Hey, what's up? It's Enigma Hood. Alright, we're playing Sonic again. Back to Sonic. Let's see, what should we do? Let's do a Tails run. We haven't played as Tails yet. Tails is... it's just easy mode. Because he can fly. If you suck at Sonic, this is the character you play as. Since he's easy mode, I should probably try speedrun this game. Alright, let's try do speedrun strats. And by speedrun strats, I mean I'll just try to beat the game as quickly as I can. But I need safety strats, so I need to get this extra life, just in case. I don't think we'll need it. But just for shits and giggles, we get it. If it's a speed run, then we shouldn't be getting the Chaos Emeralds, should we? Well, we'll get them anyway, I guess. It'll make it a little bit easier. This ain't a speed run. This is just me fucking around. These special stages are the only special stages I can really do reliably anymore. I used to be able to do the half-pipe stages fairly reliably, but it's been so long, and like most of the time I just won't even bother with them because they just weren't that great. They weren't good enough anyway. Oops. Whew. That was a little close. I think, like, the frame rate's not bad, but sometimes there's a little bit of jitteriness. It's very slight, mostly imperceptible, but it is there. With Tails, you can fly over most of the stuff in the game. Let's see if we can just do that. What's up here? We're doing some exploring strats. This is not where we want to go. No, we're trying to beat this quickly. Actually, you know, flying all the time is actually a little slower. Alright, it's just a little hiccups here and there, it's not a big deal. We don't really need, well... Okay, we'll get the Bubble Shield because we have to go into the water to get a Super Ring. Very briefly. Also, we have to go into the water over here anyway, so... For some reason, there's a little bit of jitteriness. I can see it, and it's... most of the time it's not a problem, but... it can throw you off. When I was a kid, I used to collect all of the rings. Every time. What a waste of time that is. If you're good at this, I think you can get Super Sonic by Zone 2. Oh hey, Tomboy! Gonna go tomorrow? Okay, no problem. How are you doing? Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be busy anyway, so that's actually perfect. How's everything going? Let's go this way. Alright, let's get on this platform here. There's an extra life here. I'm trying to beat this. It's not like an official speedrun, but I'm trying to beat this game as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna not go too out of my way for extra stuff. I do this from time to time. Just try to beat the game as quickly as I can. Not using any official speedrunning strats. Played this game many times. Isn't it great? I love this game. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is my favorite Sonic game. Maybe Sonic Mania is about equal to it. But, you know, I have that irrational nostalgia thing going on. You actually might know more secrets than I do. Have you played the Sonic Mania? Sonic Mania is so good. Should have gotten that shield, but it's fine. I don't know why I needed to get those 3 rings. I gotta resist that impulse. Oh, you got on the Switch. Oh yeah, that's right. Totally forgot about that. Have you beaten it? Or maybe the correct question should be, how many times have you beaten it? Oh, did you get Sonic Mania Plus as well? They released some DLC and a physical version of the game. The Sonic Mania Plus with Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel. And no fire shield, oh well. Get like one more hit in. There we go. Here comes Knuckles to ruin our day. I always pronounce this Hydrocity. A lot of people pronounce it Hydro City. I never pronounce it Hydro City. What am I doing? See, I have all these bad habits of going up there, getting all those rings. Hey, Chef! How are you doing? So glad you can make it. Are you working this weekend, or are you back home? You can actually go up. I'm not sure which route is faster. This might be slower. Oh well. Oops. Why did I do that? A little bit sick? Oh no. Ah, damn it. What the fuck am I doing? Ah! Are you kidding me? I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh wow, I'm back in the beginning. Okay. What are your symptoms? Are you sneezing, coughing, sore throat, just feeling kind of achy? You know what? I'm gonna go up. What the hell with this? It's easier. There we go. I have a copy of Sonic Mania. Finished it, got all the Chaos Emeralds. Lost all the gold medals for Blue Shield Challenge except one. I think I have them all, but I'm not sure. Bit achy and stomach is upset. That's not good. That could be a stomach flu. If it gets worse, let's hope it's just a mild thing that goes away. Why am I doing this? Let's get out of here. I don't need this. Why am I doing this? This is the worst speed run. This is the worst speed run ever. Oh, great! I got the fire shield. This is the noob speed run. You think you got it at work, Chef? Maybe from a coworker? And I missed the super ring. Oh well. Damn it! I'm dead. Wow, we're gonna die. I'm so rusty. I don't know why. I'm supposed to jump on top of him after. Nobody else seems sick. Damn it. Ah! Oh, that was so close. That was a horrible boss fight. Man, maybe I shouldn't even try go for the speed run. I shouldn't even try to do this quickly. I should just take my time. Because I'm doing badly. I thought I could do it quickly since I'm playing as Tails, but whatever. We'll get a couple of extra lives, I guess. There's one right up here. Actually, in the original Sonic 3, this was just a spring, and it was a very trolly spring. It would spring you back into that crushing wall, but then they replaced it with extra life in Sonic and Knuckles version. Because they thought it was too cheap. I really love them. I like Act 2 of Hydrocity Zone. I like it so much more than Act 1. Act 1 is, I mean, it's still good, but I like the color hues in this version, in Act 2. I like these tube things. What the hell? I rolled into them. Whoops. So did you say you have so you don't have Sonic Mania Plus, Tomboy, right? Okay, if you go to the left here, there's a 1-up. We'll just get that. Oh, you do have the Sonic Mania Plus version. That version has Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel. Ray the Flying Squirrel was never in a Sonic game. Excuse me, let me rephrase. Ray the Flying Squirrel was only in Sega Sonic the Arcade. He never made an appearance outside of that until Sonic Mania Plus. So it was great to have him in there. Mighty the Armadillo, he was in Knuckles Chaotix. He had different abilities in that game. He had this kind of neat wall kick ability that let him climb walls. But they changed his abilities in Sonic Mania Plus to, what could he do again? He could, when he was in ball form, he wouldn't get damaged by enemies and spikes. And he had, like, some kind of, like, ground stomp ability. Three more rings? Ah, we're not gonna get it. Oh well. It's fine. Might get some here, maybe? Yes. There we go. So you can fly into this guy, but he'll damage you as soon as he comes down. It's not the best tactic in the world. I probably shouldn't have even done that. But this tactic works. Whoops. Ah! There we go. So what games have you been playing these days, Tomboy? Been playing more Phantasy Star 4? Okay, if we go to the right, you get more super rings, so let's go there. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, well, fuck it, let's just get it anyway. Because I was about to say, now that I think about it, Tails doesn't become super form in this game, but he does have a... No, he does become super form, but you need to get the super emeralds. When you were watching your brother play Sonic Mania on his PS4, thought Ray's name was Ricky? Ricky. Yeah, no Ricky. So your name is Alana? Oh, that's a nice name. Yeah, his name is Ray the Flying Squirrel. He's a very obscure character. Ricky, yeah. I don't know any Rickies in Sonic. There's a whole bunch of characters. There's so many characters, and like when you count like the Sonic Riders series, there's even more characters in that. Like there's some kind of like bird or something. I have no idea what that bird's name is. He's like a green bird. And there's like a whole bunch of other new characters in the Sonic Riders series. I'm only familiar. I never played. You can go up here for another secret. I never played. Yeah, I never played any of the Sonic Riders games. Those look really stupid. I did play a little bit of Sonic Drift. Then there's the Sonic racing games. Those look actually decent. Never played those though. I think they're on PC. Maybe I could probably get them on PC. So people do this special stage differently. Some people do the middle first and then do the outsides. I do the outsides first. And I also get this thing when it's right there. I don't know what the quote-unquote optimal way of doing this is. Optimaliamal? I stumble on my words so much. Can't even pronounce basic words. Yeah, I leave that one blue sphere to the end. It's a little hard to find after you clear out the middle, but I figure it's the easiest way of doing this. Usually I go like over here. Yeah, there it is. There we go. There was also some characters in Sonic the Fighters that were exclusive. There was Dynamite the Duck, I think? And Bark the Bear. Both of those characters made a cameo in Sonic Mania. We also got Fang the Sniper, aka Knack the Weasel. Despite so when Knack the Weasel or Fang the Sniper first appeared in Sonic Triple Trouble in the American version, they changed his name from Fang the Sniper to Knack the Weasel. What's this? And bad news for Phantasy Star 4. I can't progress further. Hold on. I'm gonna have to get out of here first. Can't progress further because I'm playing it in Sega Genesis Classic Game Console. By at games, and when I was fighting Lassic midway in the battle, the game froze and keeps doing it. Fuck you, ad games, for making a mediocre console. Oh man. It's a classic game console. Oh, okay, so it's like one of those all-in-one things, kind of like the Nintendo Retro thing. And it freezes up, huh? Maybe there might be like a firmware update for that thing. You might want to check their official website. I've never heard of this thing before. How do you pronounce that name? Lassic? LASIK? I think that was the arch nemesis in Phantasy Star 1 even. Can't remember. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't know why it would freeze up like that. So yeah, they changed the Fang the Sniper's name from Fang the Sniper to Knack the Weasel in the American version of Sonic Triple Trouble, but he's not actually a weasel at all. According to the art designer, or the guy who actually designed Fang the Sniper, he's supposed to be an animal called a Chirboa, which is a very obscure animal, but that's kind of par for the course when it comes to Sonic games. They usually use obscure animals for their characters. There's a Breath of the Wild shrine in the Waterfall Zone, Zora's Domain. Ever get that one? It's been so long. I'm not sure. I may have gotten it. that like a challenging shrine. This is another one of those special stages that everyone does differently. Even I do it differently depending on my mood. I'm in the run forward kind of mood, but you can do it you can like take all 4 of these blue spheres at once, but this one's a little bit more consistent. It was like the NES and SNES Mini. Comes with the installed games, right? Play PS4 on Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection on Brothers PS3. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best way to go. The only thing is like you would lose all your progress, right? Had to go find this trident some asshat dropped off a bridge, and I don't know what to do to activate it. Trident. Can't remember exactly. I really, like, this is one of those times where I really wish my memory was better. I don't remember anything about Trident. I mean, there may have been something like that, but I just can't remember. Like, I mean, like, I may have encountered something like that, but I just can't remember. Okay. Yeah, sorry. How many hours into Phantasy Star 4 are you, Tomboy? Oh, by the way, this part's really annoying. Hey, Churtka, how you doing? So glad you can make it. This part's annoying because in order to bust through those floors, you have to use the top. If you don't have the top, you can't bust through them. Damn it. There we go. 5 to 8 hours in? I see. Yeah, like Phantasy Star 4, if you know what you're doing, it's not a long game, but like obviously if you're playing it blind without any walkthrough or any help, it'll be kind of longish. I streamed that game. You may have seen it, Tomboy. Shit. Come on, give me that ring. Oh, come on. Just a 30-minute visit today. Pretty tired, no problem. Yeah, I know you got work. Do you work on the weekends too, Turkey Boy? Only got warm with PSO. Is that Phantasy Star Online? What's over to the left here? Good stuff. Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2. What platform did you play those on? I know my buddy Luke played those games. He played them on the Dreamcast. He played it even without an internet connection or anything like that. I've beaten Phantasy Star 1 and 4. 1 I enjoyed a lot. I played that offline years ago. Phantasy Star 4... I don't know, for some reason it was boring to me. I liked 1 because it was kind of similar to Final Fantasy. And you could explore and stuff like that. Dreamcast and then the GameCube? I see. Did you know they came out with this ginormous keyboard controller for the GameCube just for Phantasy Star Online? It's one of the most ridiculous looking controllers I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. I'll post a photo of it on Discord if I can remember. It's a really nasty looking controller. It's like basically if you can imagine a GameCube controller and then like stick a QWERTY keyboard in the middle of it. That's what it looks like. Go to the left here, and there's like some secret shit, but we won't bother. So this is the part where Knuckles' path deviates. He can't kill that thing up there, so he has to go up and go to a different path. Oh, you seen that controller, Chef? Yeah, it's this horrible, nasty-looking controller. It was used for one game and one game only, and that's Phantasy Star Online. You seen that too, Tomboy? Everyone's seen that nasty controller. Hey Neo, playing this game again? This is round 3. It's only the 3rd time I've streamed this game. We gotta stream it with both. We gotta stream with Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic and Tails. We gotta use all the characters. Did you see the box I found in the basement? I think you posted. I think you showed a photo of something. I don't know. I can't remember. Damn it! I lost all my rings. Yeah, we got him from underneath. Oh, great. This is bad. I have no rings. Oh, you made the photo today? Okay. Did you post it on Discord? Can't get him when he comes from below. How you doing, Neil? Neil's in the house! Okay. I'll check it out after the stream. Slightly irritated? What happened? There we go. Somehow I managed to do it without getting hit. Need to clean the entire room your computer's set up in about 2 hours? Why is that? Yatta! Thank you, Tomboy. Must be a pretty messy room. Go for it! Go for it! Jam! Ren's laid down the law. Yeah. I hear you. What am I doing? Anything up here? What's up here? Ooh, super ring. Alright, this is, I guess, the last special stage for Sonic and Knuckles. Really wish you had your own place. I hear ya. For now, just gotta put up with the rules of the rents. Soon. That's good. Over there. And the elusive 4 spheres. I always have trouble finding these. Where are they? Where the fuck are they? Oh, here they are. Alright. Happy with my new rig? Yeah, it's great. Yeah, no problems with it. The only quibble I have with it is the SD card slot. I can't fit an SD card in it flush. It sticks out. You might not think that's a big deal, but that means I can't leave an SD card in it like semi-permanently. You know, so that's it's a pain in the ass. Because I did want like to put a 200 gigabyte SD card in there, but now I can't. I mean, it can read SD cards. It's just they stick out, so I can't leave them in like, you know, semi-permanently. What's the point in getting Chaos Emeralds as Tails? So Tails, in the original Sonic 3, you're right, Neil. He can't transform into Super Tails. However, in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you can transform into Super Tails when you get the Super Emeralds. So yeah, the Chaos Emeralds by themselves won't do anything. We won't be able to get Super Emeralds until we get into the Sonic and Knuckles portion, which starts with the Mushroom Hill. So that'll be after Launch Base Zone. That was close. So from here on out, there's no more Chaos Emeralds to collect. Every time we get a Super Ring, we get 50 rings. Once we get to Mushroom Hill, then we can start collecting those Super Emeralds. Yeah, it's a mild annoyance. I tried to explain it to my D-bag friend, Dark Pulse. You encountered him on Discord a little bit. He's like such a D-baggy guy, and he's like trying to explain to me why that's a good thing. Like he's like saying, oh, having a spring-mounted SD card slot is bad because what happens if the spring breaks, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I had a laptop. I had a cheap-ass netbook for like 10 years, which had that design, and I never had a spring break on me. Is there a thing in here? No, it's up here. It's just like, it's like so annoying, you know? What the hell? Let's get back up here. Yeah, he's trying to convince me that the way my laptop is designed is actually a good thing, and I don't mind thinking of it that way because I did buy it, but yeah, I would prefer if it were flush with the system, because then you can actually leave the SD card in there, you know? You could just leave it in there. You could use it to store movies, photos, whatever you want, you know? Like, I wouldn't run games off of it, because I think it's a little bit slower than even a mechanical hard drive, I think? You can correct me if I'm wrong about that, Jertka. But what the hell? Oh, a spike got me? Okay. That's what Dark Pulse said anyway. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have to worry about the card getting broken because it's not sticking out. You know, if it's sticking out, and it's sticking out by quite a bit, you know. You know, it's pretty conspicuous. I can't just leave it in there. So like if I'm putting it in my laptop bag, then flash card, yeah, they have fewer read-write cycles. Typically it's not a problem if you're just using it for normal use, but like if you're really hammering the read-write cycles, then yeah. Never broke for you? Yeah, I've never had an SD card slot break on me, so I don't know. He's just weird, but you know. Whoa! Might get an additional. Yeah, I'm gonna get I'll get a. There is an extra slot for another SSD, so I'll give it like maybe a year before I get one. I'll wait until the price drops for a nice big one. Maybe I can get like a terabyte SSD. Because my hard drive, it's an SSD, but it's only 256 gigs, which is really not that much at all. It's, in fact, I'm down to 22 gigs left. Never used SD cards, really? I use them all the time. I use them, I use a micro SD card in my phone, obviously, and I have a tablet. I have a 200 gig in that one. It's really useful. You can store lots of videos and any other crap you might have. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just use a little external hard drive I have that actually uses a USB 3 connection. And I'll use that to, it's like 500 gigabyte capacity, so it's not bad. I'll use that to store more games. Since it's a USB 3, it should be kind of fast-ish, I think. You'll decide this is a better design, you will like it. That's DP. He's like trying to force me to like the sticking out SD card design. 128 gigs. 200 gigs is actually pretty affordable now. Yeah, my friend is such a D-bag. I take shots at him all the fucking time because he's such a D-bag. That's Dark Pulse, by the way. I mean, like, he knows a lot about computers. He's like such an asshole all the time. Oh, I forgot. You can take a shortcut right up here. You don't actually have to go through any of this crap. You can actually just go up here. Here it is. There we go. Skips over quite a bit of the level here. Why am I friends with him? Because he's not 100% a D-bag. Like, first of all, I've known him for a long time, actually. I've known him for over a decade. I can't remember how long I've known him for, but it's been over a decade. And he's useful. Like, to put it bluntly, he's useful. And, like, he's helped me with a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of computer-related stuff. Any kind of computer question I have, you know, he's helpful. He's what I call a useful D-bag. He's a very useful D-bag. You know, like, sometimes you can have friends that are just, like, assholes, but, like, they're useful in other ways. You know? You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys that loves to victim blame, too. Like, if you have a problem, he'll try to blame it on you. He's like one of those guys. Like, he'll try to figure out a way that it's your fault. And I think the reason why he's like that is because his parents, like, treated him like that. And, like, it's just like, can't you break the cycle, man? Don't usually keep around people like that. Yeah, me neither actually. It's just like I'm telling you, like he makes up for it. I can't, like he's not always a D-bag. I know it sounds weird. Asshole line separates friends for you? Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. There's a super ring over here. But yeah. He knows a lot about computers. Like, I'll give you a specific example. Like, once I was trying to jailbreak, like, he spent all day with me, helping me jailbreak a device, when he didn't have to. I don't know why he does stuff like that. I mean, it's very, like, nice of him to do stuff like that. You know, who would spend all day with you, you know, helping you jailbreak something? So, I think he, like, just enjoys messing around with electronics and stuff. Okay, that was back in the day. Say that about you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, everyone has their quirks. It's just a matter of whether or not you can tolerate them, and, like, usually I am pretty, like, okay with that. Sort of. Like I had this friend on Twitch who was just like that, and she was like a real asshole. But like I kind of understood why she had a bad attitude, and I tolerated it for a while. But the one thing I don't tolerate is betrayal, and she betrayed my trust. You know, she was shit-talking me behind my back and stuff like that, so once I found out about that, then that was the end of that. Like, I can put up with someone being an asshole, up to a point. But, you know, betrayal like that is... No, I don't put up with that. And then there was this other guy who, he never betrayed me, but, like, it's like every fucking time, like, I went to his stream, he was always an asshole. And it's like, at a certain point... That sounds familiar? No, I'm not talking about who you're thinking of. There's this one guy. In fact, I'll just say who it is. It's Dante Crisis, and... Like, I've known him for a long time, and I've known him since the YouTube days. In fact, like, he was a fan of mine from YouTube, and I even, like, he wanted me to do videos with him to promote his YouTube channel, and I did them, you know, because I'm a nice guy, and I'm about to die. But he was always, like, an asshole. He was just always an asshole. Very blunt speaking, and I put up with it for a while, but then there came a point where, like, every time I went to his fucking stream, he was always being rude to me, and always, like, contradicting every fucking thing I say, and then finally I just got sick of it. So, I mean, I just unfollowed him and stopped being friends with them. Give me that ring. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Talking about people behind their backs is one of the worst things you could ever do. You know, it's a betrayal of trust. It's like, you know, if you're gonna shit talk someone, shit talk them to their face. You know? Don't be like a dishonest, slimy scumbag. You finished Prey? Oh, nice. How long is that game? I beat Prey 1 a long time ago. That was basically like a Doom 3 clone, very similar to Doom 3. It was a good game. Yeah, there was gonna be a real Prey 2, but Bethesda fucked it up. And it looked so good. I was looking forward to it a lot. I mean, I heard great things about the new Prey, but it's not the same. It's a very different game. They really should have just called it another name instead of calling it Prey, because it has nothing to do with Prey. Oh, you played the new Prey? We can go up this way. Talking behind people's backs is mostly intriguing. It's a scummy thing to do. It just, yeah, I don't know why they do that. Like, they did it with Doom as well. Friends can come and go, you can't trust them 100%. Well, I mean, look, obviously, you know, you have different levels of friends, right? There is a such thing as a best friend, for example. So what's a best friend? A best friend is a friend that you like more than your other friends, right? And, you know, correspondingly, it's a friend that you trust more too. Oh, by the way, real quick, if you suck at this game, but somehow manage to make it to launch base zone, this is an easy way. Actually, it's not working right now. Hold on. Let me try this again. Okay. If you suck at this game, here's a trick. There's an easy way to get a lot of extra lives. Just keep staying here. And then this enemy will keep coming at you. Just keep doing this. And then you get the... You'll eventually just keep getting more and more lives. And that multiplier for the score will go up. Forget exactly how long you have to stay here, but you'll get more lives. Okay, here we go, 10,000. We'll just get one more to see what happens. Yeah, there we go. So, you know, you can get a couple of extra lives this way. It's not like the fastest way of doing it, but, you know, it is a way. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about trust. Yeah, you know, you'll have different friends that you trust more than others, different friends that you enjoy and enjoy the company of more than others. You know, and you can also have girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, and obviously you'll trust them more. When it comes to a girlfriend, you know, my philosophy is it's irrational to a certain extent, but in another sense, it is rational. You gotta trust them. You know, if you don't trust them, it's never gonna work out. And you know, I had a situation with a girl that I'm not gonna name names, but I'm sure some of you know who it is. And you know, I trusted her, and she betrayed my trust. But you know, I don't regret trusting her. Because, you know, if you're like constantly skeptical, thinking, oh, you know, is she fucking around with other guys behind my back? It's never gonna work out anyway. You know, you have to trust. You have to put your heart on the line or whatever, and take a chance, because otherwise you're never gonna be happy. Of course, you don't have to agree with me, and you can always be skeptical and be like, oh, is she cheating on me behind my back? But, you know, if you're gonna have that attitude, I have a hard time believing, you know, it's gonna work out. Better off, you know, never having a girlfriend for the rest of your life if that's what you're gonna do, you know? Anyway, that's how I see it. You have 2 friends, known them for over 20 years, trust them in everything. Rest online friends or buddies. I am proud to be included in your online buddy list, Turkey Boy. You go down here. Usually if you see one of these tube things, if you go down it, there's usually like a super ring that can be found, and I fell down here. It's over here. You can always trust animal friends. Your pets, because your pets they'll never betray you. Pets don't betray. They don't betray. Oops. Alright. Boxer dog never betrays you. Of course. Animals don't betray. But they are a hassle. They're expensive. Can't get it all, I guess. This is good music. It's never been officially confirmed, but Michael Jackson probably had his hand in this song. What kind of pet do you want, Neil? Don't tell me you want an exotic pet. Oh! That thing could kill you. Exotic animals. I'd like a chinchilla. Those are really cute animals. In fact, they have the second thickest fur in the world, right behind otters. So that makes them extra soft. Oh, you want a hedgehog? Oh, that's cool. Actually, Gabby, my friend Gabby, she has a hedgehog. Or do you want a fox? Okay, you want a hedgehog. You can actually get a pet fox. The Russians successfully domesticated foxes, but they are very expensive. Boxers are mischievous. Always getting into trouble, digging in the yard. Yeah. They're like little kids. Animals, you know. It's a lot of work, it's expensive. You know, they can shit in the house, piss in the house. They can smell bad, but, you know. If that's worth it to you, then more power to ya. For me, it's too much work. And after my cat died, you know, that's the other problem with having pets, is that, you know, they don't live long, so you gotta go through the bullshit of when they die, so it's very sad. Maybe with genetic engineering they can engineer them to live as long as humans do, but at the moment they just don't live long enough. It's just like a lot of heartache and heartbreak and stuff like that, so that's the other disadvantage. So hedgehogs recently leave their territory to search for water. Your girlfriend has a rabbit? When I was a kid, we had a rabbit. We begged me and my sister, we begged our parents to get a rabbit. Eventually we had to give it up because, like, we went on a lot of trips, way more than we should have. Like, if you go on a lot of trips, you should not have a pet either. You travel a lot. You know. And we traveled a lot because my father liked traveling. So yeah, that was a big problem because we had to always find someone to take care of the rabbit. So most people who have pets, they don't travel a lot, or they have someone, you know, someone reliable to take care of it. He digs in the trash can, so if no one is looking. His farts are deadly. Yeah, my cat would fart all the time. Like, the fart of dogs and cats is different. Like, it doesn't make a noise because the human ass, it reverberates when you fart, so it makes this like nasty sounding noise. But cats and dogs, their butts, it doesn't reverberate, so it's silent, but it smells horrible. Another disadvantage. Yeah. Your dog farts very rarely? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my cat, he would fart. And very, very smelly. Very disgusting. Let's see. There it is. Alright, boss time. Think you can get on top of it? I think. Let's see. I can't get over there. There's a way to cheese this. You can get on the other side and like just cheese them. Right now it's just not working, so. Ah, damn it. One more hit should do it. Yeah, go ahead, Neil. How is Eggman able to constantly escape? Yeah, that's that's the eternal question. Like, especially at the end of the Game Gear games, like Eggman would literally outrun Sonic somehow. That never made any sense. Teacher in your private school. So what was this private school? Was it a Catholic school, Tomboy? These guys aren't too bad. Okay, now we're gonna fight Big Arm. Oh no. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, in the Vanilla Sonic 3, after you beat that, Robotnik actually has 3 phases in this. He has that first phase, this phase, and then there's Big Arm, which is the final boss. But in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you don't fight Big Arm as Sonic or Tails, but you do fight him as Knuckles. What the hell? This is a weird glitch. He has like 4 tails. 2 like small tails. Must be an emulation glitch. So here's a cool scene. You don't see this scene in Vanilla Sonic and Knuckles. Alright, so now we can collect the Super Emeralds. The Super Emerald special stages are all the special stages from Sonic and Knuckles. So if you played Vanilla Sonic and Knuckles, you'll be well acquainted with these special stages. No matter how many times I play these things, I can never really get used to them. They're not too hard. I mean, the first time you play them, they're hard. But yeah, I could never really get used to them. I never get acquainted to them as well as I do with the Vanilla Sonic 3 special stages. The one thing they do add is these gold spheres, which make you bounce. Okay, whoops. Where the hell? Where are they? Where are the blue spheres? Oh, there they are. 13 more. Gonna head off to bed now, Church? Okay, no problem. Thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Have a good night. Where is this? There we go. Okay, your school was an African-American school. I see. Are you, African-American, if you don't mind me asking? That glitch also happens in Sonic Classic? I see. Oh, you are African-American. Okay. I see. Have a good night, Chutka. Sounds like it was a really shitty school, run by 2 pedophiles. Holy shit. I'm sorry you had to go through that. There's a bunch of super rings in Mushroom Hill. I don't know where all of them are. We'll get a couple, but I don't know where they all are. Might actually be one down here somewhere. Yeah, I remember that spring. You have to like go down here, I think. Go down all the way. Should be like down here-ish. Yeah, over here. There it is. Let's see. How's the Sonic Classic collection for the DS? I never played that before. Is it a good port? Did I get them all? Oh man, alright. Yeah, we got them all. Oh. And there we go. So yeah, we'll try to get Super Tails. I can't guarantee that I will get it though. Actually, we probably won't be able to get it because I'm not that great with collecting all of the Super Emeralds on a single run. But we'll try. There's a whole bunch of Flying Battery that I never can find. It was a good school, but the principals were fucked up in the head. They made the school to help the struggling schools in the black community. Well, that's good. Yeah. I can't believe that it was. How the hell did they find that administration? Holy shit. Here's the Tails glitch, where he gets stuck between the item box and the corner of the screen, so he can't do his victory pose. So when you're playing as Knuckles, you just bust through that wall. So they have different routes. Yeah, let's see what's up here. Decent port. Decent port. The frame rate can be choppy. Yeah, I see. Some glitches. I would say in this day and age, your best bet for playing Sonic on the go is probably a tablet or a smartphone, and getting a controller for it. Yeah, there's some, you can get like a Moga controller, those work. I have one. It's okay, but the D-pad's not great. It's not terrible, but yeah, like it's not the best D-pad in the world, and you really want a good D-pad. What else? There's like some like emulator systems out there, like I forgot what they're called, but like they run like a version of Linux. Some people like those things. I never got one. You can also jailbreak like a PSP and then install emulators on it. That'll work. I have emulators on my tablet and smartphone I just use. I just use a controller. Looks like I gotta concentrate here. Down to just 2 bags of popcorn? Man, you're munching on all that popcorn, Neil. Now you're getting me to start craving it. Speaking of food, I don't think I even have any food at home. What kind of food do you like, Tomboy? I'm wondering what I should get. I should probably go out and get something to eat. I just hope it's not too late by the time we beat this. We'll keep streaming this until we beat it, obviously, but hopefully it won't be too late so I can get something. Because I didn't eat anything all day. Sometimes I forget to eat. You ever forget to eat, Neil? It's like, oh yeah, I gotta do my stream, but I didn't even eat yet. Launch box? I never heard of that. Sounds like lunchbox. The reason why I forget to eat sometimes is because I always drink a coffee because I need the caffeine to stream. Otherwise I'm gonna fall asleep every damn time. And that kills your hunger, right? So you forget to eat. But you really should eat before streaming. It's what I call the streamer's burden. Neil, you got streamer's burden, don't you? He knows what it's like. Where the fuck? One more. There it is. Oh, you're a vegetarian, Tomboy? That's cool. I have a friend that's vegetarian. Pretty in-depth emulation platform. If you have like some information about that, like a video or whatever, or a website, you can post it in the Discord. I can check it out later. Wonder if my D-bag buddy DP ever heard of it. He knows all about that stuff. What's this pescatarian? What is that? I never heard of that before. Am I pronouncing that right? Oh, you eat seafood. Okay. So you eat seafood. Aside from that... Oh, what the fuck? The glitch. I never had this before. The music. What happened to the music? The music better come back. It should come back. Oh, there it goes. Very good. Yeah. I've never had that happen to me before. All kinds of new shit going on. I like seafood. I'm not a big fan of fish. I like salmon, I guess. It has to be prepared properly. I eat tuna. But that's like low-class seafood. What else? But yeah, other seafood like lobster and shrimp and stuff like that. I like that. I like mussels, clams, all that. Got Crisis Core. Is that Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core? That's a Final Fantasy VII spin-off, isn't it? Was that for the PSP? Gotta get that protein. PSP game, yeah. I heard the new Final Fantasy VII, the remake, I heard that's gonna have a combat system that is similar to the combat system in that game. That's what I heard anyway. I don't know for sure though. I know it's gonna have a real-time combat system. I'm really bewildered when it comes to that new Final Fantasy VII game. Because like it seems like they're changing everything about it, which makes me wonder why bother remaking the game if you're gonna change everything about it. You might as well make a brand new game, right? You guys kind of feeling me? You know what I'm saying? How does it make any sense to remake a game if you're gonna change everything? not that I'm saying that it should be the same. Like I never wanted a Final Fantasy VII remake, honestly. So the Final Fantasy VII combat system is like the original game? You mean for the remake? The remake is apparently going to have a real-time combat system. So it's going to be like Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, the game that Neil's talking about. I never played it, but that's what I heard. Like, I know that everyone loves Final Fantasy VII so much, and I honestly think it's overrated. But like, they were all clamoring for a remake of that game. And I'm wondering, like, why? What is the point of remaking it? You know, if you're gonna change the combat system, the actual gameplay of the game, then aren't you admitting that the original combat style has aged and is no longer good? Yeah, it's overrated, and they're basically admitting that it's overrated if you change the fundamental gameplay mechanics. And you know they're gonna change everything else about the game too. It can't be linear like it was before. I'm guessing they're probably gonna try to do some kind of open world or like a city exploration kind of thing. It might even be like, I don't know, maybe like GTA almost? Because I mean, you have that big ass city to explore. I can only imagine that because I mean, after Final Fantasy 15, they have, you know, they introduced an open world kind of thing. So to go back to a linear style would be regressive. So it's like they're changing everything about it. So like, if you're gonna change so much, why not just make it a whole new game? So that's my thing. I feel like they're just trying to cater to the nostalgia whores. I don't even think Final Fantasy VII was the best FF game on the PS1. I thought Final Fantasy VIII was the best. I played all of them. You can go right, or you can keep going down here. I played, when I first got my PS2, I got Final Fantasy X, I got Final Fantasy IX, and I loved 10. I loved the story. And I had 9, so I was playing it at the same time. See, Neil agrees with me. Yeah, exactly. And I liked 9. It was okay. I like 10 more, obviously. But when I played Final Fantasy VIII, which was after Final Fantasy VII, I enjoyed it a lot more. Like, it was much more engaging. I liked the gameplay more. I liked the story more. I guess you could say, like, I liked everything about it more. Oh, really? First FF game you ever played in your whole life? My first FF game was Final Fantasy 1. I played it at a friend's house on his NES. Like, we didn't even know exactly what the fuck it was, but we thought it was interesting because you had a whole world to explore, which we never had in a game before then. So that's what really roped me into that game. And it was really hard, but it was hard in a good way. It was hard in a way like that made you wanna, like, you wanted to keep playing it and see where it would go. So yeah, it was really tough, especially at the time before the age of the internet and, you know, guides and stuff like that. It had a pretty thick manual though. First RPG was Dragon Warrior. Oh, I see. So that was called Dragon Quest 1 on the NES, on the Famicom. I tried playing Dragon Quest 8 on the PS2 and I just couldn't get into it. It bored me so much. I don't know if you have warm fuzzy memories of Dragon Quest 8, Neil, but I just couldn't get into that game. Which is weird because it was designed, the art was designed by Akira Toriyama, whatever his name is, the Dragon Ball Z creator. And I love Dragon Ball Z, but I just didn't like it in that game. The character you play as looks so much like Gohan. Oh, okay, is that the reason why they changed the name? I see. Never played Dragon Quest VIII? I have it. Akira Toriyama. That's it. See, I'm a Dragon Ball nut. I should have that name memorized. Oh, you bought it. I see. What do I think of... Hey, Jay Marion, what's up? What do I think of Resurrection of F? You know, I was looking forward to that, and in fact, as soon as I could watch it, I was all over it. I was really looking forward to it. But when I saw it, I didn't like it. It's like it was written by someone who didn't have any idea. It felt like it was written by someone who had no idea, no comprehension of what the story of Dragon Ball Z was about, because all their powers were so inconsistent. Like, they nerfed Gohan to being a total weakling. For some reason, Majin Buu didn't show up inexplicably. The Goten and Trunks didn't show up inexplicably, even though they could do fusion. Piccolo, who is supposed to be more powerful than... He was able to fight Android 17 competently, and he had become more powerful than him since then. And it was just so dumb. Like, Piccolo by himself should have been able to defeat Frieza. And their excuse for why Frieza became so powerful was because he never trained, and then finally he decided to train. But that makes no sense, because if that's all he had to do, then why didn't he train before arriving on Earth to fight Goku? But he was terrified of Goku. All he had to do was just train a little bit, and he could have defeated Goku when he... on Earth. Oh man, it's just so dumb. And yeah, exactly. The laser defeats Goku just because he wasn't prepared. Oh man, like, it's so inconsistent, and I don't like that shit. Like I said, it feels like it was written by someone who doesn't have any comprehension of Dragon Ball. Like, never watched a single Dragon Ball Z episode ever in their entire life. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Super yet, so I can't talk about that at all. But it seems like they turned Frieza into like a regular character now, which is... it's so weird. And it shouldn't be like that. He was like the most terrifying force in the universe, and they're turning him into like a normal, regular character? Like, huh? That's fucking bullshit. Now with that said, I am looking forward to the new, that new movie, the one with Broly. They're gonna turn Broly into a canon character, which I think is a great idea. Because I really like Broly. He's one of my favorite characters. They redesigned him and stuff. That's okay. I'd like the redesign. Still pretty creepy in Super. Oh, you've been watching Super? Well, yeah. I mean, I understand that. I'm sure he is still creepy and stuff like that, but like, for like, I don't know. I really shouldn't talk about it since I haven't seen it yet. But the fact that, like, my beef with it is more to do with the fact that he's not dead when he should be dead. What did they do about Broly? Okay, so they're gonna have a new movie, and they're turning Broly into a canon character. So you know how Broly is non-canon, or at least he was? Now he's canon. And they redesigned him so he's different. He has a new backstory. You can look up a trailer to the movie on on YouTube, or I can post a link to the video on Discord. I posted it before, but you probably missed it. Whoa! That was close. Should have been canon from the start. I always thought he was a great character. He looks so cool. Chef is a big Dragon Ball Z fan. See, like, all guys, they all watch Dragon Ball Z. You know, like, very rarely do I encounter a guy that never watched Dragon Ball Z. I'm sure Tomboy is not a Dragon Ball Z fan. Dragon Ball Z is more of a guy anime. Actually, there's two ways of doing this boss. You can either keep on hitting him, or you can just do it. Let him come to you, which is easier. I'm just speaking the truth there, J. Marion. What can I say? Your brother watches Dragon Ball Z. There you go. I'm not sure. I can't remember if Churka watched Dragon Ball Z before. I mean, obviously the older generation missed out on it. Like, my generation was probably the earliest the generation to really remember Dragon Ball Z, because Dragon Ball Z came out in America in like '96 in syndication, but it wasn't popular back then, so not a lot of people in my generation watched it, but I did. But despite that, it became really popular once it got onto Cartoon Network. Used to watch Sailor Moon, waiting for Dragon Ball Z to come on. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, Sailor Moon is a girl anime. But yeah, I mean, even I've watched girl animes before. I watched Card Captors, which is the American version of Card Captor Sakura, which is a girl anime. They made even a new series. I watched like the first episode of it. I don't know. It's like they're making a sequel series so long after the original series, and it's hard to really get into it. I just watched the first episode and I was like, nah. Maybe I might watch the rest later. Cardcaptor Sakura was the first anime you ever saw? It's actually pretty good. It's surprisingly good. They brought him back basically for the same reason why they brought back Goku for the Buu Saga. Needed that universe's strongest people. Get that thing. They need more powerful fighters, I guess, because that was the other problem with Dragon Ball Z. After the Frieza saga, it became hard to find anyone that was powerful, because Frieza was supposed to be the most powerful being in the universe. That's how he was originally conceived. And that was fine, because the rumor goes is that the Frieza saga, the Dragon Ball Z was supposed to end during the Frieza saga, but that's been contradicted in recent times with some people saying, oh no, that was a mistranslation. Who knows? But like, if you watch the Frieza saga, it's so obvious that the series was supposed to end with the death of Frieza and all that, because he was so much more powerful than everyone else, you know? And then after the Frieza saga, it's like, oh, well, what the hell do we do now? We don't even know where to go from here. And so they've been struggling to figure out, like, find enemies that can actually challenge Goku and the rest of those guys. Because now they surpassed the most powerful being in the universe, so who's left? So they had to, you know, create all these alternate universes and different dimensions, and like, it's just like ridiculous. Hate to be weeby, but the English dub sucks in most anime shows. I agree. I agree. When I watch Dragon Ball Z, I prefer the Japanese dub. Sometimes you might come across a good English dub. I think in recent times especially, well, in recent times, English dubs have gotten a lot better. So I'll give it props for that. Oh, great. There's a couple of good dubs. Cowboy Bebop had a good dub. The Big O had a good dub. Inuyasha had a pretty good dub. Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, like, there was a lot of censorship in Yu-Gi-Oh, so... The Cardcaptor Sakura dub was pretty bad. Like, it changed so much. It's like, totally inconsistent with the original. To the point of where, like, the meaning of a lot of the things they were saying was totally lost. Frieza varies it up nicely so the MVPs aren't all Saiyans. You can kind of root for Frieza sometimes, really? Dragon Ball Super? Yeah, the jelly donuts. Sometimes they would call rice balls burgers. It's like, I know you're trying to make this for Americans, but Americans know what rice balls are, okay? We're not all inbred hicks. Some of us are actually cultured. There was a lot of censorship for the artwork of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, yeah. I need to get a beer. After this song, I'm gonna grab a beer. You censor her cleavage and her legs, too. I have one Heineken left. Maybe I should get more beer when I go out. It was censored to juice, really? Alcohol is bad. You can't have anyone smoking. So stupid! Why did I jump there? I had 97 rings, too. It doesn't matter. It's not like I need extra lives. Could go for a beer right now, Neil. What kind of beer do you like? I have a Heineken. Oh man, why am I doing this? I can just fly up there. Guinness? Guinness is kind of bitter for me. You like the more bitter tasting beers? 4Kids version of One Piece, there was a lot of shit that was censored. I've heard of One Piece before. I never saw it though. It was one of those really popular animes. There's like a bunch of really popular animes, like Inuyasha is a really popular anime, Naruto, One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist. You like One Piece, J. Marion? Chef is a beer snob. My buddy Luke, he's a beer snob too. A fine connoisseur of beer. That's the nice way of putting it. Lava Reef Zone. Alright, I'll be right back. Gonna grab a beer. Okay, I'm back. Have I ever played the DKC games, Donkey Kong Country? Yeah. We actually streamed all three of them. Yeah, I streamed Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. Unlike a lot of other people, I actually like the third one. Um, I think it's just as good as the others, honestly. I don't know why so many people hate it. We'll do a round 2 of those games soon. Yu Yu Hakusho? I watched the first episode of that. It looked kind of interesting. I had a friend that really loved it. Must have missed that. Oh, don't worry. We'll do a round 2 of it. Yeah, those are games. There's like a whole bunch of games that are so good that I want to play them at least once a year. Donkey Kong Country is one of those games. All three of them. I have Tropical Freeze. I haven't beaten it yet though. I really need to beat it finally. I beat Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii before. I beat it twice actually. I didn't unlock all of the secret levels yet though. Dashie. I used to watch his Mario Maker videos. I haven't watched them in a long time. Welcome back to Soup! Super Mario Brothers, welcome back to Soup! What up? It's Dashie! I remember he would do that. I like to do it the calm way. Welcome back to Soup, Super Mario Maker, welcome back to Soup. That's the calm way. Your dad watches Dashie? I haven't watched him in a long time. Yeah, he made some pretty good videos. I only liked the Mario Maker ones though. I love Mario Maker. I submitted a level. I tweeted at him once to get him to play one of my levels, but he never played it. Oh well. Alright. Let's see, I can't remember this level that well, but try our best. Get blue balls. After this game, blue spheres became a common trope in many Sonic games. Where are the rest? Okay, we already got them. And that's the last one. Alright, how many more do we need to get? I can't remember. We're actually doing fairly well. I didn't get any super rings on Flying Battery Zone. Oh well, it's fine. After this level, we won't have any more super rings. Dashi calls a guy's dick Diug. That's kinda weird. This level was remade in Sonic Mania, and yeah, this is probably one of my favorite zones. I really like it a lot. I love the music, I love the way it looks, and the remake in Sonic Mania is even better. It looks so cool, and the music is just absolutely amazing. Hey, Dragoon. How are you doing? Ah. These enemies with that emit that smoke, that gas, I guess, that poison gas, they're always, like, I never like them. They just look weird. Yep. This is round 3. One of those games I just keep going back to, because they're so good. What's diff in it? No, this is just regular Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's not a mod or anything. You like the gas tubes? I never liked them. They just look like this lazy enemy. Yeah, I got my gaming laptop set up. Mostly set up. I probably need to install a few more things that I forgot. But for the most part, it's pretty well set up. I even installed Warframe, so I'm good to play with Neil at any time. Am I streaming from it now? No. Probably won't set up any streaming stuff on it for a while. Just because it's like a lot of work. And like streaming from my old janky laptop, it still works fine for most of the things that I'm streaming. You know, I can stream emulators out for free. And they still work just fine. Ah! I ordered a Bluetooth mouse and an Xbox One controller. Oh man, why do I suck? Alright, I'm gonna have to concentrate just a little bit here. The reason why I got an Xbox One controller was because I always kind of wanted one anyway. But the one impetus was the fact that it actually works via Bluetooth with Windows 10. So it won't take up a USB slot. So that was a big reason for why I wanted to get it. It's a little expensive. I mean, I don't know why they charge up the ass for those fucking things. I had to pay 48 bucks for the fucking thing. Ugh! Why? Using a wired Xbox One controller? Is it an official, legit Xbox One controller or a third party? I have way too many controllers. That was the... Oh, jeez, I can't believe this. That was the other reason why it took me so long to actually get one. Because I just have too many controllers. I have 3 DualShock 4 controllers. And they're very good, but... It's just so many controllers. Alright, there we go. I have a Xbox 360 controller. I have 2 DualShock 2 controllers. I have a Wii U Pro controller. I have 2 classic controllers for the original Wii. I have a Pro controller for the Switch. You know, it's like... The list never ends. Every time I think, okay, this is it. This is the last controller I'm gonna buy. I end up buying another fucking controller. And I have an arcade fight stick, which cost me over $100. It's a really good arcade stick. But looking in hindsight, I actually kind of wish I didn't get it. Only because I think the best way of playing fighting games now is using a keyboard, of all things. Like, a regular keyboard might give you the best control in a fighting game. I'm not joking. What reaction lithium battery does to lose their charge cycle? I don't know. I forget exactly what causes. I think it's oxidation in the electrolyte or some shit like that. I think that's what causes it. Oxidation in the electrolyte causes deterioration in the battery. Always play Smash Bros with a GameCube controller. That's another thing that they created this other controller for Smash Bros. Called a Smashbox, which is basically just the same thing as a keyboard, actually. And they banned that thing in tournaments because it provides better control. That was the other reason why I never really got into Smash Bros, because I never liked using an analog stick to control a fighting game. It always just didn't feel right to me. I could never really get used to it. Do I think solid-state batteries in the future will eliminate that? Well, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know much about solid-state batteries. I know a little bit about lithium-air batteries. Lithium-air batteries have energy density comparable to gasoline. That's the big advantage to them. They don't need to carry the oxidizer with them. Similar to gasoline, it gets the oxidizer from air. So that really increases the energy density. Be right back. Oh, no problem, Neil. At the moment, it seems like lithium-ion batteries are... I mean... Battery technology is still really shitty. It's one of the fields of technology that just hasn't really improved much. put into perspective, the energy density of a lithium-ion battery is actually worse than a ham sandwich that you eat for lunch. It's that bad. Not that a ham sandwich has bad energy density, it's actually pretty good, but it just kind of puts it into perspective, like how bad batteries are in terms of energy density. But once you can get energy density comparable to gasoline, then that's going to be a game changer. That's going to change everything. Because then all the other advantages of batteries will be realized. There's many advantages that batteries have over gasoline. For one thing, they're more efficient. That's the reason why electric cars can still travel as far as they do despite their energy density being so bad. It's because they're much more efficient. They can reach efficiencies up to 95%. Tell me I should use a tiny ham sandwich to power my Game Boy. You know, like, one of the interesting things that might be possible in the future is wireless energy transfer is a thing. You can use inductive charging to charge electronics. In fact, we have them already. You can inductively charge a cell phone using a wireless charger. It just has to sit on top of it. It doesn't really have any advantages other than it's convenient. But wireless charging is a thing. So, one of the things that is at least theoretically possible is, like, if you can get nanomachines to convert animal fat into a signal that can recharge a battery, you know, like if it can burn animal fat and then turn that into electromagnetic radiation that can recharge a battery, you can actually recharge a phone or something by consuming like a pill of nanomachines. You can burn the fat in your stomach and recharge your phone that way. That's at least theoretically possible. But a more practical way of doing it would be to kind of leech energy from just the physical movement in our body, you know, like leeching some energy off of like swinging your arm or something, or maybe blood flow or something like that. There's different like implantable devices that can leech energy off of bodily processes, you know, blood flow and stuff like that. I mean, you mean special stages. There's a difference between special stages and bonus stages, Dragoon. You gotta get down with the lingo. You know what the difference is? Bonus stages don't give you any Chaos Emeralds. They just give you extra lives and shields and things like that. Special stages give you the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, that boss, I remember when I played this, when I streamed this game before, that boss was giving me a lot of trouble. Somehow I managed to beat it my first try. Eggman is dead. Now we're in Hidden Palace Zone. So this is one of those zones that has nothing in it. It's the shortest zone in the game. The Knuckles one is even shorter. Gotta get him kind of underneath, but if you get the Knuckles, you'll take damage. There we go. It's dumb as fuck for a guy with 300 IQ. You mean Eggman? He is a very stupid guy. Like, he can make all these, like, robots. Like, where does he get the money for all that? So, like, he has, like, tons of resources to make robots. Why doesn't he just sell the robots? You know, like, what is his objective? His ultimate objective? To take over the world? All you need is money to take over. Look at American politics for proof of that. Eggman is stupid as fuck. But Eggman was taking shots at Sonic and Sonic Lost World, calling him stupid. Gets his money by pimping women. I think like the closest we've ever gotten to seeing like a woman that's even related in any sense to Robotnik was in Sonic Adventure with Maria. I forget exactly what Maria's connection is to Robotnik. What do you know about Maria, J. Marion? Fill us in on the lore. Oh yeah, Shadow has something to do with her. I forget though. Like he has the hots for her, I think. People were bashing, you know, the Sonic Princess Elise thing in Sonic 06, but Shadow was doing it ever since Sonic Adventure, but no one said anything about that. Maria was the niece to Professor Gerald Robotnik, his grandfather. Okay. Hello, TJ. TJ knows all the Sonic lore. You a big Sonic fan, TJ? Maria was the only human to show Shadow compassion, whereas Gun wanted Shadow as a weapon. I see. What the hell is Gun, by the way? I know Gun was like some they're like a military organization. You work for a Sega fan magazine. Oh, really? What's the name of this magazine? Are you serious? What's the name of it? Oh boy, fuck. TJ has a PhD in Sonic the Hedgehog. Used to be a writer for Sega Addicts until we closed in January. Now I work for Mega Visions magazine. Okay. Ties with Sega Bits. Oh wow. So you must be a big Sonic fan. I've been a Sonic fan ever since I was a kid. So it's a pleasure to meet you. I grew up with Sonic. Were you did you read the Archie comics? Back in the day, I had a couple of Archie Sonic comics. This thing's fucking annoying. There. You're 34, been around the Sega stuff for some time. Yes, owned all the comics back to issue number 4. Nice. I had a couple. I had the Tails miniseries. I think I had a couple of the Knuckles miniseries. I had Mecha Madness. All the cover art was drawn by that guy named, I think his name is Patrick Spazinti? He's a great artist. Sega needs to hire him. They need to hire him to do pixel art, and then they can make a new 2D Sonic game with Spazinti's artwork. That would be amazing. Mecha Sonic. swing the wrecking ball too fast, yeah. See, Tomboy knows the difference between Mecha Sonic and Metal Sonic. A lot of people would call him Metal Sonic. That's not Metal Sonic, that's Mecha Sonic. Big difference. Fucker. Tomboy knows it. As for my question about guarding units of nations, especially Sonic's World of the United Nations. Okay. If they had a military force. I see. All the convoluted Sonic lore. What's your favorite Sonic game, TJ? Since you're 34, I'm assuming it's gotta be Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Usually the younger fans like Sonic Adventure more. The older fans usually like Sonic, the 2D Sonic games more. It's like I'd be right. I knew it. Yeah, the younger fans, they all like Sonic Adventure, which honestly I don't like. Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Knuckles? What is that? What? All my rings. Whoa. Watch out, there's gonna be a robot in here. Oh yeah, Tomboy likes Sonic Adventure. I'm sorry. Welcome back, J. Marion. Sonic Adventure was okay. I like the Sonic stuff in Sonic Adventure, and that's about it. I don't like the hub stages. I don't like any of the other characters in that game. But yeah, I mean, Sonic Adventure 2, the Sonic stages and the Shadow stages are good in that. Everything else I hate, especially the treasure hunting stages. But I know Tomboy is a fan, so I won't bash him too much. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. We can all bash Sonic 06, I guess. That one's fair to bash. Then there's the controversial games that, you know, some people actually like. Alright, we're pretty close to the end of the game. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get Super Tails. Oh well. We won't... Tails does not do Doomsday Zone. Doomsday Zone is only for Sonic. So... So that's the end of it after Act 2. Brother finds Sonic 06 a decent game. So I guess you and... What the hell? Didn't I have the lightning shield? Oh, he can't stand on top of those things even with the lightning shield? Neil! Neil likes Sonic 06. That in fact, it's so weird. Neil told me that that is the only Sonic game he's ever played. And he liked it. Not the worst game. Well, qualifying the worst game is kind of difficult, because there is a such thing as so bad it's good. So you can actually derive entertainment for some really bad games like Big Rigs. Some people actually like that game because of how hilariously bad it is. So there's that, but then there's also so bad that it's bad. Like, meaning that it's so bad it's not even funny. I never played Sonic 06 because why would I want to? Like, I know it's terrible. Why would I want to waste my time with it? But from what I've seen, it probably falls into the category of so bad it's bad, but some people watching it could actually be entertaining though. Oh, great. Alright. I think watching someone play it, like if you watch like a Let's Play of it, it's not bad to watch it. It's not boring. Especially if they just kind of edit out all the load times, then it's not bad to watch. Even mentioning Sonic 06 around my group is grounds for banning, as is Sonic Shuffle. I never played Sonic Shuffle. I heard it's like Mario Party. That was for the Dreamcast, right? So what's this Sonic group that you speak of? Is it like a Discord group or something? Basically Mario Party. Giving away a copy next weekend during our Dreamcast marathon. Oh, that's nice. Sort of. You'll have to excuse me when I say that, you know, I don't really want it. Even if I got it for free, I wouldn't really want it. I don't even have a Dreamcast, so. Megavision's Discord? Oh, that's cool. Ah, shit. I have a Discord too. If you're interested, I can send you an invite. I'll have to send it to you later, though. Oh, you're giving away a Dreamcast? Oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Actually, that link is not working anymore. Dragoon, I'll have to send one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll have to send you an invite later because that link's not working. Ah, shit. I'm just gonna tank through all this shit because I don't care. Whoops. Okay. And I'm dead. A little rusty. That's alright. Alright, let's actually focus this time. Alright, so much for focus strats. What? Damn it. 24-hour marathon, wow. What are you streaming? Sonic games? Ah! Alright, we're gonna have to take our time with this. 20 games, Dreamcast games. That's cool. Speaking of Dreamcast games, Shenmue. I think Shenmue has been released on modern systems recently. I think it's available on Steam now, I think. I'm not being careful at all, no. Alright, there we go. Give me that! Okay. Ah, I almost had it. Shenmue 1 and 2 were released recently. Nice. Alright, I'll probably get it for PC. I'll get it on my new laptop. Alright, I'm gonna have to concentrate. Why? Soul Calibur? I never played Soul Calibur 1. I'd love to try it one day. I know they remastered it for the Xbox or something. I don't usually have this much trouble on this guy. I think the reason why I'm having trouble on him is because I'm used to Sonic's Insta-Shield. It gives him like a little bit more range with his attack and makes this boss a little bit easier. I think one more hit would have killed him. There's no... You can't avoid getting hit there, because it always detonates near you. Oh, that was close. Finally. Normally I don't have that much trouble with that boss. Yeah, I think it's the Insta-Shield thing. That's my excuse anyway. Insta-Shield helps a lot. Thank you, Tomboy. Shield. pretty strong mini boss. He has 2 phases, so that makes him even harder. So what'd you think of Sonic Mania, TJ? You must have really loved that game. I loved Sonic Mania. Can't really decide what's better, this or Sonic Mania. Objectively, Sonic Mania is probably better, but just because of nostalgia, I prefer this. Yeah, Sonic Mania is really good. But, you know. Ah, get out of there! There we go. Oh! Loved Mania, enjoyed Mania. Love the throwbacks to the Hooligans group, Fiend, Bark, and Fang. Yeah, there's so many references to old things in that game. I grew up not just with the Genesis games, but also with the Game Gear games. So I love the references to the Game Gear games as well, which a lot of people would miss. Like the bubble that Sonic's in Hydrocity Zone. You had a Game Gear before you got a Genesis? Oh, cool. Just like me. Chaos and Triple Trouble. Did you play Sonic 1 and 2 on the Game Gear at all? Those games are probably the hardest Sonic games in all of existence. You have them all. Sonic 2 was so obtuse. The Game Gear, so many sticking points in that game. That was the first Sonic game I ever owned, Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. That game is pure insanity, I must say. I still like it though. Spinball, Labyrinth, Drift 2. What about Drift 1? Yeah, Sonic Drift, I didn't have that growing up. I only played that during the age of emulation. Triple Trouble, I had Sonic 1, 2, and Chaos. I missed out on Sonic Triple Trouble growing up, but I did play it during the age of emulation. Drift 1 was never released in the States. That's probably why I missed out on it. Yeah, because I heard about Drift later on. Because if I knew about it as a kid, I definitely would have gotten it. It's not a bad game considering, you know, the time and the hardware that was on. Same thing with Sonic Labyrinth. Like, I don't hate Sonic Labyrinth. It's just, I know a lot of people bash it, but I don't know why. It's a Game Gear game. I'm not expecting like the greatest thing in the world. Honestly, I'd rather play Sonic Labyrinth than, you know, something like Sonic Unleashed HD or something. You know, like something really bad. I know people like Sonic Unleashed HD, and the Sonic stages in that game are great, but everything else is garbage. Ali RX? Who's that? Lightning shields protects you from those lightning rods too? You know, I tried, that's what I thought, but then like I got hit by one, so that made me second guess myself, I don't know. Maybe I got hit by something else. Anyway. Wasn't a fan of Labyrinth. Most people don't like Labyrinth. It's a Game Gear game. Frustrated the crap out of you back in the day. I never beat it. Let's see, I can do the cool people way of doing this. This is the cool people way of doing this. Oh, great. So much for the cool people way. The cool people way sucks. I prefer my method. Let's try one more time. Oh, okay. Die-hard Sonic fan? I gotta meet up with all these die-hard Sonic fans. I need more. I need more Sonic fans in my life. Okay, we'll play it safe. Play it safe. Because we have 0 rings. Everyone should be a die-hard Sonic fan. I'm wondering why there aren't more die-hard Sonic fans. I can definitely get 2 hits in per cycle, more than that in fact. So guess what? We're gonna do it. Sonic is a Mario. Actually, Sonic is more popular than Mario in the UK. At least according to a poll that happened a little while ago. I don't know. A couple of years ago, at least. Hey, Neo. Yeah, I told everyone how your first Sonic game was Sonic 06. It's actually the only Sonic game you played, right? Unless you got Mania. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's it. Game over. So what you guys think? What do you guys think of the Tails run of Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Ten out of 10 for Dragoon. Don't have Mania? Oh, you gotta get it. It's so good. It'll turn you into a Sonic maniac. Tails is easy, yeah. A couple of things are harder, but they're minor. Like that one, the mid-boss for Death Egg Zone. It's unusually hard for Tails. Well, harder than Sonic. But just little minor things like that. On the whole, yeah, Tails is easier. Good point, Neil. Good point. As you can see, Sonic's name is reversed here because all they did was just reverse the sprite, save on memory. So his name is reversed too. Oh well. So they replaced the really cool Michael Jackson ending theme in Sonic 3 with this song, which I like this one too. This one's reminiscent of the ending theme for Sonic 2. But I also really like the ending theme for Sonic 3, which that beat was used in the Michael Jackson song Stranger in Moscow. TJ knows all about that, don't you, TJ? You know all about Michael Jackson's involvement with Sonic 3 and Brad Buxter. What do you want, J Mario? What am I gonna play next? So tomorrow we won't be streaming. On Monday we'll go back to Bayonetta 2. And after that, I'm not sure. Maybe more Sonic games. We'll see. No, no church time. This is a really good theme right here. Death Egg Zone. I did read that, but I'm not saying it. I'm not gonna say it every time. I only said it once to get you to stop sweating me. That's it. So we get the birds and the dolphins because we got all the Chaos Emeralds. Oh, you got college classes Monday through Thursday. Okay, in that case we'll have to stream something else on Monday. Yeah, no problem, Tomboy. What does your schedule look like? Well, that's fine. Yeah, we can stream Bayonetta on Friday. Alright. Since we didn't get all the Super Emeralds, we get this little cutscene thing. And that's it. Alright. Actually, that took almost little under 3 hours long. Hopefully some stores, restaurants, and things will be open because I gotta get some dinner. So, Anarchy Reigns, isn't that a game made by Suda51 or whatever? I can't remember. Made by the same guys? No, maybe it was made by the same guys who made Mad World? I can't remember. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, if you join my Discord, TJ, you can... Oh, it was made by Platinum, who did Bayonetta. They also did Mad World, didn't they? Hey, Jerky Boy's here. Bayonetta is actually DLC for the game as well? Oh, okay. And the guy from Mad World is also in Anarchy Reigns, isn't he? I see. Yeah, I never got Anarchy Reigns, but I've heard of it. So... I do have Mad World. Maybe one day we can stream that. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for streaming with me. Thank you so much. I should play Rocket Robot on Wheels. I never heard of that. TJ, I'll send you a Discord invite. I'll DM it to you. Hope to see you then. And yeah, so no stream tomorrow. But we'll pick up a game on Monday. I'll just find a game to stream. So have a good night, everyone.